Hey, how's it going? So, we recently released an episode where you get to design something, and it's going to be a speaker cover for my 3D printed speakers. And a lot of people were really excited about it. I was contacted privately by a number of people who were a little anxious about designing something like this. And so, what I'm going to do, well, here, take a look. I've got this all set up. I designed this in Fusion 360 and it took me roughly 30 minutes. I'm going to take you through the process on how I did it, and maybe that'll inspire you and give you some tips on how you can do it as well. So let's get to it. There you are. Welcome back. We're actually at my house, and I'm upstairs in my office, and we have pets, and kids are, doing digital learning or remote learning for school, and my wife's home, and you may hear some sounds. You may hear a dog bark, a cat meow, a child yell. Just know that that this is real life, and things like that can happen. But just like in real life, we have problems to solve. And have a look. Isn't that great? Isn't that wonderful right there? So I'm going to take you through designing that. And I just want to put out there right now, one, this is way easier than I even thought it was going to be. And two, you don't have to use Fusion 360. You can use whatever modeling application that you want. Let's dive in. This is it right here. And it's, more interestingly enough, though, I want you to see this. Look at it. This is the sketch that I used in order to create it. And it looks really, really complex. But in the end, it's not. It's not really complex. And allow me to lead you through this and show you how it's a little bit more simple than what this makes it out to be. First, what I'd like to do is create this outer circle. And so let's just go for it. Ready? Create sketch. This plane, C for center circle. I'm going to click in the center and drag it out 166 millimeters. That's our circle. That's it right there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this and line type construction, because we're not actually going to use it for extrusion. We're just going to use it to create our points. And in fact, while we're here, I'm going to hit construction, L, and then pull out a line here and pull out a line here. So, and then turn it off. So this allows me ways to kind of interact and snap to the grid in certain places. Well, as an example, so if I click this and I hit O for offset and I go 5 and I hit OK. So that's going to give me my outer line. So I can click this, hit O for offset and hit -5. The center circle is 166 millimeters, and we offset 5 on this side and 5 on this side to give us kind of our brim. In fact, let's just finish that right now. And if I click in here, I can extrude, and I'm going to bring it up 5 millimeters. Just like that. Not too bad. Okay, so if I finish this sketch, then we've got our outer part here. Now we need to create these parts. These are the places where the screws go. And if you look, it's got our 5 millimeter hole. The screw head is 9 millimeters, or roughly a little bit less than 9 millimeters in diameter. So we can make this inner hole 9. And then we need to make this outer circle. Okay, let's get to it. So I'm going to go back into the sketch. And I'm going to start over here. I'm going to hit C for a center circle. I'm going to zoom in just a bit. I'm going to find out where it snaps right there. Bring it out and hit 5. Because we want a 5 millimeter circle. That's where the hole is. Now we want to make sure we have the hole for the screw head. I'm going to hit C again, and I'm going to bring it out, and I'm going to type in 9. And now we need to create that outer one. No problem. Hit C, bring it out, and type 12. Well, that's easy. Okay, so let's finish that sketch. Here we go. So I want to extrude this part right here and right here. Right? And we need to extrude that down. Okay, so we have 2 operations we need to do. Let's do this one first. So I will select that, turn on the body, and I'll hit E for extrude, and I'll just bring it up because that's gonna create my cut. That's the hole that the screw goes through, and I'm gonna hit OK. Now what we can do, turn that off, and let's do this, this, and this, and we're gonna hit E for extrude, turn on the body, and we're gonna bring it up, let's say 20 millimeters. And it's not a cut. We're actually going to do a join, just like that. That's kind of neat, right? In fact, that mirrors what we have over here. I did make this part a little bit thinner. Remember in the video, it cracked a little bit.
It broke. It broke right there.
And so I've made it a little thicker here. But here we go. We have that up 20 millimeters, and that looks really good. We have the hole in the right place, and we've got the container for the screw. Now what we can do is create a circular pattern. And so instead of faces, we can take, I believe it's features. So the objects that we want that, and we want that. So we want the hole we extruded, or the hole we cut, and then we want the column that we extruded. And the axis is going to be right around Z, and it's going to be 6 of them. Pretty easy, right? So everything's got the hole in the right place, and there's 6 of them, and they are evenly spaced. In fact, if we go back here, this is the one that we created before. We're kind of in the right spot, right? We're doing pretty good. This part we've made better, and we have 6 of these evenly spaced around 166 millimeters. So we've got these. They kind of come in a little bit. So let's go back to the sketch. And that center circle, this is that one right here. This center circle right here. If I go back here, hit C for center, and I'm going to bring it out 100 millimeters. And now I'm going to click that circle, and I'm going to hit O for offset, and I'm going to go 5. Just like that. So now we've made our circle, and now what we need to do is bring a line over to it where it meets up. So let's hit L for line. Let's bring it out, and we'll just go along the grid lines. There we go. If we go along those grid lines, that keeps us where we need to be. And the lines connect up over here to this circle. Okay, so finish sketch. Finish sketch. We know that these were 20 millimeters tall. And so if I come over here, I can hit E for extrude. Let's do 5. And we want it to be in the air. And so what I need to do is start offset. And I need to start it. If it's 5 millimeters tall, and it's going to be, well, here, let's do that. 15. So have a look. This is 5 millimeters tall, and we're starting at 15 millimeters in the air, which means it's going to be level with these. So now if I go here, and I say extrude, I want those to be 5 as well. But then have a look. If I go offset, and I do 15 millimeters again, just to make sure I pick the right stuff. There we go. Because I want those to kind of go in there too. There we go. Let's see, I want to go 15. Or the offset is 15, and the distance, oh my goodness, I'm getting mixed up here, is 5. Okay. And join. Whew, boy, we got through that. But look, we've got that connector there. So essentially what we did is we used sketches here and an offset. So we said instead of just extruding to here, we said start here with this offset and then extrude that amount, which then puts these 3D objects in the air. So now what I can do is go to create, pattern, circular pattern. Again, features, it's going to be this extrusion. The axis is going to be the blue one, or the Z or Z. And we're going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, and OK. So if I turn off this sketch right here, you can see we're starting to get somewhere, right? This isn't so bad. Have a look. Looks pretty good, right? And then if we go here, we're getting there. There's only one piece left to do, and that is going to be the high 5 hands. That's going to be an SVG. So let's go back to the sketch right there. I'm going to insert SVG from my computer. This you get to eyeball. This isn't super exact. You get to place things where you want it to be. And I bet you see where we're going with this, right? I bet you see it. I bet. So let's turn the sketches back on. And what are we going to do? We're going to do our extrusions, and we're going to do it into the air. So if I can, let's turn off the bodies, and let's select all the parts that we need to extrude. So one thing to remember, that circle is already up there. And so there's really no need for us to extrude anything that's within that circle. We just need to get the parts of the hand like that. I hope that makes sense. So hit E for extrude, turn on the bodies. And just like that, what we're going to do is a distance of 7, first of all. And then the start is going to be offset, and we're going to do that 15 millimeters we talked about before. Finally, the cut is going to be a join. Oh, you know what? Let's go back. So one of the things that I forgot about, and this is the beauty of CAD, you can go back and adjust things. So I just hit cancel. And what we want to do is select the parts of the hand or the hands that we want to extrude. Let's see, that one, that one, that one, this one, this one. Boom, 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 boom. Now, remember I said that we didn't have to extrude the circle because it was already up there. But if we look at the other design, the hand is higher than the inner circle. So we still need to extrude those. These are all going to be joined, so it won't matter, but we still need to do that. So this one, this one, this one. You see where I'm going. Zoom way in. Make sure you get that one. And that one. There we go. E for extrude. Turn the bodies back on. It's going to be an offset plane. The offset is 15 millimeters, just like we talked about before, and the distance this time is 7. Change it from a cut to a join. Look at that. You can see it. You can see it right there. See how the hands go up over the inner circle. Hit OK. Did we just design it? Did we just design that? Okay, let's take a look. Okay, here's the one I did before. Here's the one we just did. We did it. It didn't take much time at all. And look at, we used look down here, very few steps to do this. One of the things that I wanted to showcase in this, that's probably one of my favorite things to learn, is patterning. Because in a sketch, well, let's take a compare. So when I first did this, all of my work was done in this sketch and I laid everything out and I didn't use patterning at all. So now if you go here, look at the sketch. Look how much easier that is. We defined our big circle. We only defined this once, and then we brought it all in. Oh, and we did it in steps. I really hope, I want you to know that I am truly feeling bliss right now, because not only am I showing you something and you get to learn from it, but I'm also learning along the way as well. And we just simplified the process. We made it easier, and now we're dangerous. We are dangerous with this information, because this you can save as an STL and you can print out. Now you can bring in another SVG file and make your own. But using patterning now, instead of bringing these straight across to this inner circle, what if you kind of wiggled the lines a little bit? It blows my mind. That's where the exciting part is. Oh, this is fantastic. Listen, go and enter that contest. You don't even need a 3D printer to enter the contest. You can design without the 3D printer. And again, the template is up at Thangs. You can win yourself a Prusa Mini. Go design something. I mean, just look at that. Go design that, or go design something else. Use this tutorial to power your creations and just be inspired. Dang it. Now I want to design more stuff, but I got work to do. Well, listen, if you made it this far, you're awesome. The link to the video is down in the description. Please go enter. It's free to enter, and I hope I've empowered you to at least design something for it. I wish you the best of luck. If you made it this far, you're awesome. Don't forget to hug each other more. I'll see you soon, as always. High five.